I want to know how many of you is this your first convention ever?
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
How many of you is this?
Okay, yeah, first convention ever, yeah. Still.
That's
wow.
that's still a lot.
Wow. First
And then
time
how
at
about-
BronyCon?
I like it.
All right.
Cool.
Sweet.
So, it's a couple minutes. Should we just go ahead and start?
I have one more question.
I don't know. Should we
before
get worst
start.
producer
And that
on
is,
there?
how many of you actually know what Elements of Harmony is?
Wow.
Wow.
We have fans. Why aren't you
really
listening to us? We
Oh
only
my
get
goodness, is that Nardale?
Where were you guys?
I think the last podcast
We
had like
felt so
17
low.
viewers. We did get a little
I guess
off
Dusty
schedule
Cat
for
is
a
more
while,
popular
though.
than us,
We-
so
we
yeah.
did.
It's a joke.
So,
Who? Am I ever what?
are we ready to get?
Let's get going.
Let's
Let's start it.
Let's go. Let's get started.
The opening prayer.
Hi there, I'm Syx String.
Larsis.
Parchment scroll.
Starlight,
Snowblitz.
And Luna Jax.
and this is Elements of Harmony.
Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? I don't complain. I hold my head up, pushing through the pain. What you really need, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Tonight on the show, we are coming to you live at BronyCon in person with faces made for radio. So here we are, live and unscripted. Celestia, help us.
I gotta ask, did you guys like my special edition credits?
Really? Okay, first of all, this guy who
on, I
does
gotta go
our video production, he never proofs anything by us before it goes live.
It just comes alive.
So, why Rick Astley?
I was just like, I've got to do something special, and that actually came on the radio at work, and I was like, yes, I will rickroll Elements of Harmony.
And Parchi, my job's to make all the audio for you. Why did you? My laptop's out there. It's got like 5% battery. I could have done the work.
You know, the better song to do would have been Giddy Up.
Yeah.
I have that, too!
It's now stuck in everybody's heads. Play it.
Oh, great.
Hold on, I have it on my phone, actually.
Play Giddy Up.
You have
Oh no,
legitimate
you have it
concerns.
set to your Siri.
Why? What's up?
Am I getting rickrolled or what? What's happening?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Okay, we've got technical issues with Siri, I guess.
Yes, we do.
I feel like
Okay,
you're just
that's
freaking out
Apple
no
for you.
reason. What's wrong? I
So,
don't see
good
what's
night,
wrong.
everybody. How are you
I'm telling
doing?
you something.
All right. Hey guys, we're running a panel.
All right, let's go. Let's go. All right.
I feel like I'm
What are we
getting
doing?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of this podcast with our wonderful producer who said he was going to be on it. Oh, he's not here.
No, he's gone.
Well,
Just like
anyways.
everything, he screws everything up.
Yeah, that's a running gag that we have with the show where we just rib our producer. He goes by Infinite Pony or Jeremy or what I like to call him, Jer Bear.
I thought you liked to call him worst producer.
Well, I do that too.
That's
I thought you
another
like
good
to
one.
call him many things we can't normally put on the air.
Those two.
Yeah.
The funny, ironic thing is, we keep making fun of him saying he's the worst producer. You guys don't know that he really does screw everything up.
There's a reason the joke exists.
No, it's real. Every time we come online, it's like,
That's
guys,
something that he would
don't
do,
get
but now we've got
Love
Parchi
him
to do
still,
it for
though,
us.
Right?
I was gonna grab it and say what's
Love
the
is a
sitch, but
strong
no.
word.
So, anyways, how this podcast started, our producer, Infinite Pony, met with me down in Nashville, Tennessee, and he's just like, I want to pitch a show to you, and will you come on as a host? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do any work. I'll just come on and talk, though.
Didn't you say you wanted to come on, talk, and just drink on the mic?
Yeah, I did say that. No, I didn't say that part.
I thought you said you wanted to drink
No,
on there.
be drunk.
Oh, be drunk. Same difference. I don't know.
What?
What?
Okay,
I'm just
anyways, moving on. So he pitches this show to me. I'm just like, well, sounds cool, but you really need to get some co-hosts. So he goes out, gets co-hosts. We pitch it to Everfree Network, rest in peace, and it gets approved. And then we find out that there's another show that was submitted around the same time that Forest Rain was doing. And I think they were calling it Inspirations.
Inspirations, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, hey, we're doing this show, you guys are doing that show, why not just merge the two together? And now we have the biggest mess in the world.
Yeah, the distinction between the two was before we got started, Infinite came up to me and said, hey, you do video editing. Would you like to do video editing for our podcast? I was like, I did one really lousy video, but sure, I'll do it. And Inspirations was going to be a radio podcast. And that was the distinction between the two before we merged.
Yeah.
When the first time I met Infinite was like back in 2013, and before Elements of Harmony was on the mind, he wanted to create a show on Everfree Network, and it was the most ludicrous idea he wanted me to do. I basically had to draw everything out. It was like a traveling pony thing. It was so complex. I didn't even know what it was.
I couldn't say.
I completely forgot about that part.
It was so bad. He's not good at creating things like that. So then it failed, and then months later, he's like saying, hey, we're creating a music show, so how about you do some art for us? I'm like, all right. And I think I helped create the title a little bit.
I actually think I have that old banner you made.
Yeah, I made the harmony stuck on. I drew the harmony part. Like I designed that.
Okay.
That was the only thing that stuck around. But,
Oh, you mean the one with the pitchfork E's?
the 4 E's?
The
No.
pitchfork E's.
Oh, the pitchfork E's.
What's that?
I don't know.
Whatever font you picked, I remember the E's looked like they were stolen off the head of a pitchfork and run through 1927 before being
And you would know, you were there.
Yeah.
It was a dark and dismal time. Coal furnaces were everywhere. There was no iTunes.
Larsis, how did you get introduced to this show?
They threatened to bludgeon me over the head if I didn't do audio.
Who threatened you?
And
Was
then
it
we
me?
bludgeoned you over the head with bad audio.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I think it was Infinite at the time.
Oh, okay.
So we all get to blame him for us being up here, and he's not here to take it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the
But
hashtag.
I think there's one person on here. Was Infinite the reason that you got on, or someone else? How did you get on?
Forrest is the reason that I got on. And like, you guys have been doing it for, has it been 2 years now?
It's been a little over 2 years now, yeah.
Wow. No, I've only been officially on since November? Late November was when it was.
Yeah, November
It was
is when-
after you, me, and Infinite were in a call, and I said, "Hey, you do your own videos."
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, you signed your soul to us.
I was interviewed on the show first.
Yeah, he was one of our guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of our
And-
guests,
and
and then
the
he
thing-
became one of us. The same thing how Sliff became one of us as well. Like, we interviewed him as, like, Infant saying, I want you. Your soul is mine.
Yeah.
But Snow, you're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
Infinite star on the show interviewing someone, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he interviewed Forrest on our own show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was adorable. Like Forrest is talking to Sliff in the interview, and Sliff just freezes up, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm just such a big fan of yours. And it's like, whoa, we're like interviewing you. He's like,
goes-
can I ask some questions though?
He's like, no, now I want to interview you
Like the
guys.
next 10 minutes of the show was Sliff interviewing Forrest, and that was after Larsis edited it down.
Yeah,
so-
because before there was a lot more stuttering, and lasted, what, about 15, 20 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember that was a hard edit because you said, cut this down to an hour. I look at it, this is an hour and 50 minutes long. This is an hour and 50 minutes long, not counting the song breaks. Dear God, why are you making me do this?
We've done that to him more than once.
Yeah.
Oh, we tortured him.
I always wonder if you, there it is again, if you take a shot every time you hear an how drunk would you be at the end?
Dead. I think that you start rating my blood less by type and more by octane at that point. Which is what we do with Tim already because he's adapted.
Except I am fine today because 1, I'm working at con, and 2, shameless plug, 8 o'clock, I am going to possibly be doing something with Cyril the Wolf. So you guys should come to BronyPalooza later tonight.
Totally should. Cyril is opening and Cyril rocks, and if you are doing what I think you are doing, you definitely should be there.
Yes.
I
Definitely.
probably am.
Awesome.
And Tim, how do we know you're not pass me that? How do I know that's not a bottle of Tito's?
It's not.
No, it's more Russian standard.
Of course.
We should play so many of
I
them.
wish it was. But yes, actually, fun fact about Cyril, he's the only person that we've had on our show twice for an interview, and both of them were season premieres.
Yep. Season 1 and Season 2.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be here tonight, but he can't be.
He's
Yeah, it's a
got
shame.
That's okay.
It's
'Cause we
well,
hate
he's
him.
preparing, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
We don't hate Cyril.
So I guess, we're sitting here talking about the podcast, but we haven't actually said what we... Oh. Introduce ourselves, like what we do on it? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start over again.
Let's
So I'm going to say your name, what you
Okay.
do for the podcast.
Well, that's not actually Syx, if anyone didn't guess. But I'm Larsis. I'm the lead audio editor for the podcast. Whenever the screw-ups happen, those nice 20, 30-second pauses that Sliff likes to put music into, that's my fault.
My name is Parchment Scroll. I do the video for the podcast when we have a pre-recorded episode, and I occasionally substitute host on our live episodes.
I am Starlight, and I am a co-host for the show, and resident...
Drunkard?
That sounds so
No,
bad.
Drunkard has such negative connotations.
But you're like our town drunk, so it's like
We don't really
There's
have a
nothing wrong
word
with
for
being the town
entertainingly
drunk.
tipsy person.
I know you're gonna kill me. But
He's
You're
the
all
show's
right.
Jack
Starlight.
Sparrow.
He's our Flusy.
he's just Lucy.
That's about all I do on the
I
show.
have a drinking problem.
I'm Snowblitz, and I host, and I helped create the title for Elements of Harmony, and that's basically it.
I'm Lunajax. I occasionally invite our guests to the show with musical invitations.
Garnica.
Yep, no, that you
Yeah.
can see all of our episodes on YouTube as they go up. But I do whatever Infinite tells me to do, ranging from audio editing to video editing to hosting to whatever. So,
Yeah, speaking of whatever, we were, bashing Infinite earlier, and he wasn't here to defend himself. But luckily now he is. Infinite, get up here. Yay!
Don't walk in front of the projector! What did I tell you about Worst Producer?
because we love you.
Well, we
Love
we
is a
discussed
strong
it
word.
in a committee.
Yeah.
Yes, right now.
Yeah.
actually.
Hold it. Hi, guys. Oh, I have a mic. That's even better.
You're sharing a mic with
Yeah, you're
Syx
sharing
here.
it with G strings.
Oh, hey, Syx.
Okay, we really need to explain that story of why we keep calling that Syx String.
Wait,
So,
who knows the story of why we call it Syx String?
I mean G string.
so
Okay,
yes,
so a few of
Ardale here decided to make a Rule 63, a gender bend of Syx String's OC, and that's her right there. She goes by the name G String or Gigi, and it really weirds Syx String out. He weirds him out so much. He hates that we made this thing. So Ardale was like, let's take this to the next level and make it a body pillow too.
If this was a pre-recorded episode, this is the point at which I would not only have pictures of various incarnations of Gigi that Ardale has done, but I will also have her Twitter, which is @Gigi2Kawaii.
And I would have taken all the audio of him not quite swearing because Have we ever actually gotten him to curse at any
Yes.
point?
No,
I
because-
swear
yes.
I've gotten.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have.
you have. Okay.
I have. My puns are that good. By good, bad.
What's
Awful.
What's so
Just
great
awful.
about the body pillow? The project was called Order 66.
Spelled with Y's because that's how Syx String spells his name.
Yeah.
Because he's a hipster.
Another funny story. I want to point this out because he told us this. He hid this body pillow in his closet. His mother was vacuuming, and she found it inside the closet, and she goes, "Oh, this is a pillow."
Oh my gosh.
It's great. I'm sorry, Syx. I love you, but this is
This is
gold.
what he gets for not being here.
Yeah, this is gold.
Hey, guys. Who said this guy's loud in here? Who let it?
This is
Well,
one of our staff
we
photographers, but
could've-
he's friends with all of us too, and
Yeah,
We could have kept him out, but I was afraid of getting shit.
You know what?
Yeah, he has.
by staff photographer I mean for BronyCon staff, not Elements of Harmony. Hey, guess what? Join our podcast.
I mean.
This is actually the Elements of Harmony Twitter.
Pull up a seat. Come on.
The person that finds all of my bad quotes and throws them up for the world to see.
So if any of you were following Elements of Harmony's Twitter and heard him or saw it say, "Let's get Parchment Scroll up here so I can quote him out of context," that was nice.
Yeah.
He
As we
excels at-
speak, he is composing tweets.
Yes, we're all going to hate him in about 15 seconds. Or 30 characters, depending on how you write Twitter.
But we have a lot of people in here that haven't actually listened to our show. It's not like this, what we're doing right now.
It's better, I promise.
Yeah, we're
Well, debatable.
we're
But
somewhat professional.
what we do is we interview different musicians within the fandom, exploring a wide variety of fandom music, and try to find out what their inspirations were for getting into writing music for this show, how they started off in music, and we also we'll feature a couple of their songs and do what we call Tech Talk, where we go into the creation process of music, just one topic each night.
Something that they're really good at, like their profession.
So with
Yeah.
Luna Jax, what was our Tech Talk with you? I don't remember that.
Oh, I think it was songwriting. We
Okay.
went into songwriting and talked about where inspiration comes from, and also simplicity. Not overproducing a mix.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I think I remember that now.
Yeah, so let's see. We need to interview musicians. So, Tim,
What?
prep for the show would you have to be to, I don't know, sing a Cyndi Lauper song? And that's how we put musicians on the spot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Who is Cindy?
Jim.
What was
You guys-
the
you guys
name?
take this over. Okay. I have to go. Sorry.
Oh, and now our producer is already running.
This is why when we talk about meeting him at BronyCon last year, we referred to him as the Flash or the Blur.
Yeah, no, basically, this is the story about how.
You don't even have a mic.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, but I can project unlike you guys.
I can project too. In fact,
We love you, Infinite.
Get out of here before I go Jeremy Clarkson on you.
Oh, God.
It's been fun, guys.
It's okay.
I
we'd
hear
rather
some
have a
peop-
mini fridge.
That in front of the projector again, really.
So I guess the question is, would we rather have a producer on the show or a mini fridge?
Mini fridge.
Mini fridge.
Mini fridge.
Mini fridge.
Okay. At the end of our shows, not all the time, but a lot of times, we will ask the question. People who have listened to us before know that question. Which would you rather have in a band? A bass player or a mini fridge? And so
we've had 2 votes for bass player.
I
over
want to
2
know
years.
what
And
our
those-
audience
Yeah.
thinks.
Okay,
So-
raise your hands. Raise your hands if you'd rather have a bass player. Okay.
That's a good showing
All
for
right,
bass
that's
player.
good. That's good. All right, now raise your hand for mini fridge.
Oh, mini fridge won again. Okay.
All right.
It was
We
a
don't even
lot
have to
closer
count.
than
It's
We
no
don't even
con-
need to
What's
count.
funny is I'm one of the only votes for bass player.
Actually, no, I was a vote for bass player.
Okay, so only the hosts. We haven't had a guest.
I
want one?
would vote for bass player if it was a bass player. Like, seeing someone up there playing a fish would be way better than having
No, I
Or
want
a
to
bass
see.
playing the bass.
I want to see a custom bass that's
a
shaped
bassy
like a
bass.
A Baslin bass. All right.
Where is it?
Baslin bass.
Yeah, Baslin bass.
Infinite isn't even here. It's with all these puns.
I have
Okay.
I didn't
puns.
make it as a pun.
No, but just I don't.
No, you see, what Infinite does
See,
is
he
it creates
affects,
particles, and these people receive them, and they have to make puns as a result.
The cure
They
for
don't
it is
have
water.
to,
Can I have
but
some?
they choose to.
Yes, you can. Hold on.
We'd love that.
Yeah, we love some water over here. We're dying.
Water. All right, pass it along.
I have a condom.
Well,
I'll take
tough.
that.
You
Drinking
got a
break.
Fine, I'll have
1
two
second.
cups. It's warm. It's just
Alright.
makes it even.
I actually have a production story to tell.
Oh boy.
Tell us a story. Tell us.
As part of video editing the show, what I do is I take the audio stems that he sends, I mix them down into a single MP3, and I put it on my phone, and I listen to it over and over and over and over and over again, listening for key phrases and things that I can do Google image search, or, you know, if they talk about a particular DAW, I want to make sure I have screenshots of that DAW and screenshots of whatever plugins they use so that I can show those. And sometimes I leave them on my phone, and I don't know it.
You go way more in depth
So
in those.
a couple of
than I
weeks
do.
ago, I'm at work, and I've got my playlist on shuffle, and I'm right after a song, I hear,
Hey, this is Blitz. Syx String.
I just let that run for an hour and 2 minutes while I was working.
He thought we were like all right behind him.
Seriously, I turned around like, Snowblitz, when did you get to Texas?
I used Lars's teleporter. No, TARDIS mobile.
Where is the TARDIS mobile?
It's not here.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It's
But
just
Okay.
closed. Come on.
What about the
Where is
goldfish?
yeah, what about goldfish?
It's in the TARDIS mobile.
Which is here.
So where is the TARDIS mobile?
I don't want to say because I'd probably get into trouble.
Isn't the proper question when is the TARDIS mobile?
Yes, which is why I'd get in trouble.
And how old are you again?
Too old.
This is weird.
Okay, but no, really. Tell the story about your license for
Oh,
a
God.
while.
Yeah.
He is the oldest person
I'm
in
the
this
oldest,
room.
I'm the oldest person in the world. What happened was I got my first driver's license, and you know, and some of you are probably too young to know, but whenever you get it, they hand it to you and say, make sure all the information on it's correct. And I look at it and say, name, they spelled it right for once, gender, yes, you know, go down there. Birth date, November 18th, 1118.
What I got from this is that your gender is yes.
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Have you listened to the band Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
And this wouldn't be a problem except, you know, I said there's a problem with this, and they fixed it right there. And that was right before they upgrade the state's system on driver's license. And when they do that, they roll everything back a week because it's easier for them to fix problems that came up in that time than it is for them to fix new problems that arise because of the change in the system. One of the things that changed was instead of having fields where you typed in the date, there were drop-down menus. And you have to enter the old birth date and then the new birth date. And unfortunately, the year only goes back to 1801. So they had to wait until that got patched so that they could fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you gonna play a song? Is it song break time?
If it's song break time and he's
Is
not
it
ready,
song time
I
with
am.
It is.
Lunajacks?
I have a video I made for Sal that we never aired.
Tomorrow. Wait, what did you say?
I said, Sal asked me to make a video a couple of weeks ago for him,
Oh, yeah?
and I kept wanting to plug it on Elements of Harmony, and we never got a chance to. So it's sitting on my laptop ready to play right now.
Hey, look, we're going to
So
take a
Sal,
song
he
break.
goes by
All right,
midnight.
song break.
Hold on. Sal, he goes by Midnight Rain. He's another a guest host on our show. When we don't have enough guests, we bring in the B team.
Wait, what kind
I'm
of
sorry, I like to
The
insult
easy
everyone.
song.
No.
What type of song is it? Is it like
It's
a piano?
It is a
Is it slow or is it
wonderful
fast?
piano solo
I think it's
melodic.
slow.
Okay.
His style's mostly slow.
Oh, is it that one song that he did that I really, really like, and you made a video for it?
We should
I
see.
believe so.
Let's see.
I forgot the name of the
You-
song.
it may not be danceable, but if it is, feel free to dance.
Yes, it's
The
a
sad
trap
thing
step
is,
heavy metal
I
smooth
This is a
jazz.
new
actually-
thing for us.
The name of the song comes up in the video, and I've forgotten it
We're gonna
as well.
we're gonna
Something
do
you-
dancing now
Okay.
on our show.
You're listening to
Well-
Elements of Harmony on Canterlot Hill Network
From the mountain.
at BronyCon.
All right.
No, but you,
I
wait,
believe
are we
it's
not
with
playing
you.
it?
Now Infinite's crashing us again. Okay.
It's ruined.
All right. So.
What are we
song break-
doing?
No, we're going to go into the song break. This is song title that we forgot the name of, even though it's in the video, by Midnight Rain. Take it away, Parchi. Okay.
That was a pretty video, Parchi.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It took a lot longer to make than I thought it was going to, because what I usually do with stuff like that is I will come up with a visual effect and then I'll just tie it straight into the audio. And I tried to do that with that beating heart. What I ended up with was just at the beginning of the song it got big, and then after the song was over it got smaller. And the thing is, I looked at the waveform and it wasn't square or anything. Like it didn't clip. There was no sign that it was going to do that, and yet that's what it did.
Huh. So you had to go in and just do all that manually?
All those heartbeats were manual, and it took like 2 weeks to do.
Wow. Well, it was a lovely video for a great song, With You by Midnight Rain. Be sure to check him out on Twitter. I don't know what his Twitter handle is.
Midnight Rain.
If you follow the Elements of Harmony Twitter, at EOHarmony, you will find a link to Sal's Twitter.
Or YouTube, or just whatever.
Or YouTube, or various
you can
other
do
social
YouTube.
medias.
Bruh, check my SoundCloud.
Yeah, check the
Bro,
SoundCloud.
check my sound.
Bro, check out my SoundCloud.
Support his Patreon.
It's my favorite comment.
Don't startle me into laughing
but,
when I'm that close to the mic.
So,
Come on.
as we're going into this next portion, one of the things that we wanted to talk about was...
Hey, listen, hey. Hey, Tim.
Listen.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I sent Kyril the Fox. I sent him regards from EO Harmony.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
What did you do?
Did you send him an envelope full of glitter?
Oh.
Oh, I was there for that. Yes.
Yeah, it was good times.
Wait, what?
Just letting you know, in case he asks later, because you're performing later with him at Brony Blues.
By the way,
Just
I
saying.
don't know if we
Explain
should.
that,
No,
you
I
know.
don't know if we should talk about that joke.
We
This
can't.
is a family-friendly convention.
Cannot
That is.
explain that joke.
I'm not. I'm just saying. We asked. And he said it's fine.
Okay.
He
Okay.
hasn't got chicken.
There was a question that I had asked him during an album debut that it was a veiled bad joke, and Final Draft actually let it pass his filter, and right after he asked it, he's just like, wait, I just realized what that means. So,
And this is the stuff I usually edit.
let's go back to the show,
Yeah,
though.
we do
Yeah.
want to talk about
Well,
this production.
one of the things that we wanted to talk about was our very under-promoted specials.
Both of them.
And just the stuff that goes into making these specials. It all just started. April Fool's was coming up. It was on the night of our show, and we were like, hey, let's do a musical special. That won't take long. Well, so the first one, we threw it together in 2 weeks, somehow. It all miraculously came together.
and it really
literally,
was something special.
Literally, right after
nothing.
our episode was supposed to air. Thankfully, there was a countdown video for 10 minutes as a joke.
Which was good, because by the time that countdown video started was just when I had finished rendering and uploading it. And we were watching the countdown video, watching this countdown going, did Infinite finish the download? Are we actually going to air when this countdown is over?
Isn't that every week?
Is this the countdown
It really
to the
is
end
every
of
week.
Elements of Harmony, like it said?
Yeah.
It's great because actually the countdown finished about 10 seconds after it finished downloading. It was pretty spot on, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was 10 seconds late. Oh, wait, no. Was
so-
it 10 seconds early?
It was. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 10
It
seconds.
aired on time, but we were like, wow, we just did all of that in 2 weeks. We need to do another special.
The Christmas
That was a
episode.
Like, let's do a Christmas special that has nothing to do with Christmas. Okay, let's make it about pirates. Awesome, okay, we can do this.
And we wanted to go better animation, better
Yeah, we
lines,
we
better
wanted, like,
lyrics, better story,
everything.
better
Every
everything.
single one of us stepped up and said, we can step up our game on all of this. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, like, not fully animated, because that would take over a year.
It's like,
But
Yeah.
let's do it like some of the better YouTube reviewers do their little, like, several stills that they swap out. I can do that, no problem. I'll whip out some vectors for that. We'll put together some backgrounds. And that was just one of the many terrible decisions we made.
Yes, because the Christmas special then was like, okay, let's make it the President's Day special,
And
Valentine's Day special.
And it became our second April Fool's special.
I was gonna say the good news.
Because in the beginning we were just like, yeah, it's gonna be finished in 2 weeks. It finished like almost a year.
Yeah. And the thing is that it's like Top Gear in many ways, in that our Christmas special aired in March.
This is true. So
It was a nightmare.
But please go watch it. We didn't promote it very well, so it has a lot less views than our first special, but it is.
That has like over 4,000 views.
Yeah, our first special has like 4,800 views. Our second special has under 1,000.
What's it even called? I forgot the name of it.
EOH special.
It's called EOH. Something Electric Boogaloo.
No, that was our code name for it. That
was our
wasn't
code-
the
yeah,
actual
that's
name.
I could have sworn that was.
Yeah,
YouTube.
the Electric Boogaloo I thought was the code name. Was that what we actually called
It
it?
may have been what we uploaded.
Okay, Jim will put the link on our Twitter tonight.
All this says is Elements of Harmony, the second special. So
Yeah, that's all it's called on the.
We put all this work into it. It's just the second special.
The title's not wrong.
So who's already seen the special?
The good news is that the way the unique way in which this is ordered
That's good to
videos,
know.
that special has 759 views, and the equestrian jumping championship one below it has 10 more.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we could. You want to say some things that we wrote about that special? Like
Well-
some story, like some parts. Like
Some parts?
Yeah.
Like the deceases?
Oh yeah, the Deceases. Yeah, the Deceases, our ship, which was our friend Decibel. Apparently, it's Desi's ass. So it's.
Oh, you can't say that.
Hey, don't say that. But yeah, so it's spelled like that, but it's pronounced deceases.
But.
Yeah.
Okay, Snowblitz, you have just canceled our panel.
Snowblitz.
Yay! I did something.
Snowblitz. You know how normally I say, like, I threaten you on air and stuff?
Yeah.
Guess what? We're actually in the same room this time.
And you're a lot less intimidating in person.
You know what, Tim?
Which
You know
is
what?
saying something,
You're right.
but that's really all we can say.
That's basically. Yeah.
We actually had topics, but
We did. Where did those go?
Yeah. Where did they go?
They're on our Google Doc as usual.
On our magical Google Doc that we just looked during our show.
You're welcome.
And the thing is, like, in order to get up to our Google Doc, we can't use the computer. We have to use our.
So,
We can't even use the
so
laptop.
you guys, do you want a song break?
If anyone has questions for us, you can tweet them to us,
Oh,
Wait.
and I will read them out.
Or they're here.
If you want, there's also a microphone right there.
There is a microphone right there. Can we
Yeah,
have
there
somebody-
And that strapping young man there will make sure that what you're asking is more appropriate than what
However,
Snowblitz
before
says.
we jump into a Q&A, we should go to our second song break, which I just decided, hey, Luna Jax, you have a guitar
That's
at this
right.
panel for some reason, so play us a song.
Well, see, just got done playing at the Renegade stage before going to the writers panel, which was ballin'. So, here's our second song break here on Elements of Harmony from BronyCon. And this is an original by me called Pick Me. And I forgot it. It's an original. How do you forget your own songs? We got it. We're good. I got it. Here. Guess what? Snowblitz's mic is now going to be my guitar mic. So sound guy, there you go. This is a Tank song. Tank, the tortoise, or turtle. Tortoise? She wants fast, awesome, cool. I am slow, but I'm a fool for her. Testing skill, agility. I have no ability, but still, I want her to want me. How can I make her see? She is everything that I have ever dreamed of, but nothing that I do is earning any real love. Why won't you notice me? She's the only fire that can feed my passion. But lately all my fantasies and dreams she's dashing. I'm gonna make her see, pick me. Just one chance, only one, all I want, a trial run from her. I may not seem so bright, but give us time, we'll take flight. And then she'll want me, she'll want me. I'm gonna make her see. That was tough. That was bad. But she is everything that I have ever dreamed of. But nothing that I do is earning any real love. Why won't you notice me? Why won't you notice? Just give me any chance and I will take it gladly. Nothing in the world that I could want more badly. I'm gonna make her see, pick me.
So, for those of you guys who watch the show or know anything about me besides my puns, you guys know I know like nothing about music. So when I first listened to that song, it took me about 2 weeks to realize that that was a Rainbow Dash Tank song. Like, I'm just an oblivious person. And
Something
yet,
about music and yet inability to understand English lyrics?
well, no, see, here's the thing that stuck out to me was actually about midway through the line about all my dreams she's dashing. I just got caught up on the pun. I mean,
Oh god.
I do
That
that.
actually ties into, I have in my hot little hand our Google Doc that I was talking about.
Good.
And what is the first question under questions for each other?
Oh.
What is
So, Infinite, how did you get into music?
well, you see, I don't know how I got here. I'm really confused. No, I mean, so basically, I've always kind of enjoyed the pony fandom music. And somewhere in 2013, I decided to go from just watching the show to actually participating in the fandom. I listened a lot to Everfree Network when that was a thing. And then I worked my first BronyCon back in 2013. And after that, I was like really pumped about the Brony fandom. And so I was like, I want to do something. But I can't make music. I can't art. I can volunteer, but that doesn't really do anything. So in order to give back, I was like, you know, I want to start a podcast. What do I need to do to start a podcast? I need to edit video and audio. I need to have interview skills.
Other people do it.
I know.
Yeah,
I
talents.
need to be able to breathe.
That's one of the
and
skills he actually had.
So yeah, basically I was
that's
like,
one thing you're good at.
I can breathe, but one thing I'm very good at is somehow accidentally coercing people into doing things for me, which is how we ended up with these guys.
Somehow
Did you
accidentally
say
is his
accidentally
alibi.
coercing people?
Yes. So, like, for example, we will take some of the original cast and crew. Jim was my original roommate at BronyCon back when I was a first-year staff, and I was like, "Hey, Jim, you want to work on this thing together?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have no idea how to do any of those things." I was like, "Okay. Do you know how to social media?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Cool, you're running Twitter." and then I was like, "Hey, Larsis, you always talk about how you listen to headphones and speaker systems. Can you sound it?" And he's like, I haven't done that in a while. I was like, "Cool, you're my editor." "Parchy, you draw things and animate, right?" "No, I played with Flash like a long time ago." "Cool, you're my video editor." And Tim knows Cyril, and so, you know, music contacts. Not to mention Tim is actually, I'm not gonna lie, he is like one of the best host people that I know. I am not an outgoing person, Tim is an outgoing person. And so I was like, "Tim," and actually really this all started after BronyCon, I met with Tim in a bar. Go figure. And
I left that part out of my story, but yes.
yeah,
Why is it
and-
like every story is just always you in a bar?
Well, you know,
There might be a pattern.
hey,
Of course.
D&D has taught me something, and that is bars are a great place.
They're a great place to get information and gather a party.
Exactly. And so I talked to Tim and myself and another friend of ours. We sat down and we all started coming up with this idea and finding random people to work on stuff. Snowblitz and I originally were going to make a show for EFN that ended up getting rejected.
Yeah, I already told them that.
Okay, cool. And then Lunajack's over there. He's a special case because, like, it's from Snowblitz down is like all the original party, and then Lunajack's got added in a while back.
I'm this alien.
And it's kind of funny because he's like, we had him on the show, and he's like, yeah, I like to dabble in animation, and you know, I have a degree in like video and audio editing, and I was like, oh really? Okay.
So what you're saying is that Lunajax is the Green Ranger.
Yes.
Yes, he is. He is
Exactly.
our Tommy.
So how does any of that
Why do
involve
I
you
know
getting
that?
into music?
I'm old enough to know what that means.
That was the question.
Are you,
How-
old,
how did I
are you
get
that
into-
old enough?
well, I
that
mean-
old enough.
All right, that's good.
How did you
Thank
get into
God.
writing music? I'm just kidding.
I didn't, to put it simply,
Okay.
and to put it actually entirely. I do not write music because I don't know how.
That was a really long-winded way of saying that. Moving on, Dice.
What's music?
What is music?
That is actually something that we've been striving to answer for 2 years. And the answer so far has been sounds.
Sounds and makes you feel good or makes you feel bad.
Sounds that are arranged within space and time.
So sounds.
Yes.
So I guess that's my turn now. How did I get into music? I made Forever Free Brony name a song Pony spelled with an I. Parchy, your turn.
You did do that.
Yeah, I did.
My dad handed me a guitar for my birthday one year, and after about the 6th time I learned the E chord, I realized practice was involved, and that's my extent of my... No, I used to play violin, but that was decades ago. Only Larsus is old enough to remember.
Let's see. How I got into music? Well, as long back as I can remember, I was in the youth choir at my church, and then once I got into middle school, I played trumpet, was in choir throughout school, and yeah, pretty boring way to get into music, but I've been doing it pretty much my whole life.
When I got into music, I was like, it started in kindergarten with vocals and choir. I did that for, I think, until I reached high school, probably like 9th grade, I stopped. I played clarinet for 10 years, and that was a long time. I still continue to sing a lot, and still think of new ideas of making music and whatnot, and hopefully, but constantly I judge my voice a lot. For a lot of like singers and whatnot, a lot of singers, they judge their voice a lot, and it's not bad, but it's not bad that you judge yourself, because that means you have a good sense of hearing, and it means that you understand that you can improve a lot, and it works.
So what is the question?
Why does Infinite produce a show about music while knowing nothing about music?
Is that really the question?
No, the question is, how'd you get into music?
Wait, what?
How did you get into music?
Oh, I'm not really a musical person at all.
We believe you.
Yeah, we believe you.
The guy with the guitar who sang a song earlier is the one who is least musical in the entire group.
That's right.
What you didn't see was he reached down to his leg and hit the play button.
But you are quite the equestrian, right?
I am a true equestrian. Don't know how well you can see it. My OC is very American, but that is based off of my actual horse. I'm actually from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I work with horses out there in a sport called reining. So I've broken meaning like started the training on about 100 horses. So
We call him America Horse every time
America Horse.
Yeah, America Horse. It's like, there's Miracle Horses in the chat.
Well, during the production of that second special, when I was working on all those vectors, LunaJax goes, "Hey, where's mine?" So I drew this incredibly awful.
I was offended.
Deliberately the worst vector I could make, and I just slapped red, white, and blue onto it in random patches, and had him saying, "I'm a stupid Miracle horse."
Not a stupid
And
miracle.
then he replied with, was
Miracle
it you or somebody else who replied with too much Merca, not enough horse? Yeah. And then I took the her I'm a horse picture. And I superimposed a flag on it and had it saying her I'm America.
No. If you guys come up to me afterward and you want to see a picture of my horse, I will show you a picture. He's actually on my album, and he looks all American. So he
Buy his
really
album,
does look
support
like
him on
that.
Patreon.
It's not Photoshop.
I
Promise. It really isn't.
All right, well,
Well, we've still got time, and
we do.
Yeah, let's
I want to hear what they have to
The
say.
most terrifying part of this
Yeah, the worst
panel.
part of all.
Yes.
No,
So,
we would
over
like
here.
to take some questions from you, so please line up at this microphone right over here if you have questions for us.
And please make them brief, because we want to get to as many of you as want to come up.
Which is nobody.
Which is nobody.
Sure,
No, we got him coming. I see him.
Tumbleweed.
He's got awesome blue or purple hair. Don't be shy, we don't bite. Well,
I know.
Infinite does, but he's all the way over there.
It's true. For LunaJax, what tends to be the process for coming up with ideas for songs and song lyrics and topics?
This is one of the questions that we love to ask people on this show, because everyone, there are lots of people follow similar patterns, but everyone is a little bit different. For me, my Reader's Digest version is something touches me, and lots of things touch me. I could be at Subway and...
Guys, tweet that.
Are we really not doing phrasing anymore? Really? Said the lady to the bishop?
Hey,
Don't worry, I understood what you meant.
anyway, lots of things inspire me. I was at Subway once, and they put more guacamole on my Subway sandwich than they normally put on, and that was an inspiring moment, and I wrote like a 1-minute song about it. So, my process starts with, one, seeking inspiration and learning to make things into inspiration, and then I pick up a guitar or I sit down at a piano and I noodle around with melodies and sing random words. Like, if I were to start writing a song, like, I'm here on elements of harmony, and I'm playing my guitar badly. That's the beginnings of a song for me. But thank you for your question.
Hi. Just got to ask, what was your original job before you went full-time on this podcast? Because I just want to know.
Oh, we still have jobs.
We still have
Yeah,
jobs.
no,
Jobs.
this
don't make
podcast
anything
is
off
not
of
our
this.
job. This
do you-
podcast
but
is
if you-
our fandom participation. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So
then-
what-
Okay, another question then. Actually, don't know anything. Here.
Maybe what we
It's
do.
all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Actually, no, yeah. What do you guys do then?
It's all right.
What do you guys do?
Like our profession.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do we
yeah,
do for real?
Yeah.
Some of us have interesting
I'll
jobs.
start here.
And some of us are me.
I work for an underwear company.
I am
Dream job.
actually a dishwasher, so this is the height of luxury for me right now.
Better a dishwasher than a mini fridge.
I do professional live event video like these guys back here, except I do it for equestrian events and horse shows all over the western U.S.
I guess me. I'm a culinary artist. I've been doing culinary arts for 10 years, and I've done some restaurant. I tried restaurants and wasn't really working out, so I tried catering, and I like catering a lot. Catering is fun for me. I create whatever I want out of food and whatnot, like make a pirate shit out of a watermelon, or create different types of cakes and whatnot. It's very fun for me.
These delayed tweets are cracking me up, Dice.
But they're all looking at me.
I
Okay. I dive down to the fiery pits that scorch me and make me wish that what I'm describing wasn't a server room.
Oh, so I actually work in the great city of Baltimore. Woo! I read a lot of papers about lead-based paint and lead-based paint hazards. It's very dry. It's like watching paint dry. Beat you to it.
Hold on, I actually.
Why did I laugh?
Why did I do that when I have?
What do you have as guitar?
I already got it, Archie.
Archie.
Yeah, you're
I
kind of
have
late,
that,
Parchy.
too.
Oh god.
And I am currently a design engineer for the University of Alabama, Huntsville, working with their government contracts, but I'm also finishing up my mechanical engineering degree.
He makes stuff that goes into space.
Yeah, well, anywhere between the ground and space.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to point out something here, that Parchy's drum hit and sad trombone are actually hot buttons on his home screen.
You never know when you need it with me.
That's right.
All right, let's go on to the next question. Thank you.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I know, I'm really short. I was told by a friend that Forrest Rain was going to be here at this panel thing.
Unfortunately, she could not make it this year.
She was otherwise disposed.
You're not hiding her, are you?
Are you?
What?
We're sorry to
Yeah.
break the
It
bad
was
news.
her cancellation came after we submitted the description of the panel.
It was like
and
2
after
days,
the
3 days, like before the convention started.
And I got another question. You know how we call Baltimore Baltimore?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been wondering, what would the state of Pennsylvania be called in pony lingo?
Oh god.
Well, I want to say Transylvania, but that would be Transylvania, so no.
Yeah, that doesn't.
No, it's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I like that.
See, my quick wit can be used for other things.
You know, speaking of that, I was trying to think about what kind of thing would be for Long Island. I don't know what it would be, since I live on Long Island. What kind of pony?
Iced tea?
Iced tea? Long Island iced tea.
Okay.
All right, let's do that, yeah.
Well, I was thinking it could be like something like Pennsylvania or something like that, but
All right.
actually,
you beat me on that
Pennsylvania is
one.
better. Actually, Pennsylvania is better.
Very good.
Infinite does this all the time. It's,
No, I like hers better. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, Pennsylvania is way
There
better.
we go.
All right, Pennsylvania.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Infinite has spoken.
Back to
His
us all
infinite
people.
wisdom.
All right, I have a question for the musicians, and then I have a challenge for you. Actually, I'll challenge you.
I want to hear the challenge first.
All right, I'll do a challenge first. Can you make a pun for New Hampshire? A pony pun
I
for
mean,
New
puns are a
Hampshire.
very contextual joke.
Right.
Horse pun for New Hampshire is in place.
Horse name for New Hampshire.
New Prancer.
New Horseshire.
New Flankshire.
Okay, and for the musicians,
New Horseshoe.
yes, but I love it. But my actual question for the musicians is, what's your favorite key, cadence, or whatever, plagal, authentic?
Well, my
diminished?
favorite cadence is Princess Cadence.
I really do like half and deceptive cadences. I just like the dissonant. I like dissonant harmonies and all of that. So just I know it's not true dissonance, but it is a way of misdirecting because you're expecting that perfect 5-2-1. Instead, it's like a 5-6 or something. I just like the way it kind of leaves a song hanging in your head or a phrase.
I'm with Starlight on that one. Like suspensions, like. Except it's out of tune, so it's bad. Or like.
I just like when the tempo increases every two measures.
Suspensions are fun.
No, seriously, it's
Sometimes it's fun to be simple though, and stick to root. I mean, a 4-chord progression. You know.
Something's a good simple.
Simple is good.
Simple is very good.
Have you ever considered starting like a band together?
It would be awful.
Hey now, I would love to write music with
No,
Syx.
you guys would
The
just
problem
dance
is-
behind and I'd play.
More popular, more talented people than us tried this. It was called Top Gear.
You know
You
what?
can look it up.
I mean, we have, in a way, we kind of are a band insofar as we've released 2 official soundtracks.
Well, we haven't released the second soundtrack.
Shh,
All right, let's move on to the next
you.
question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so first off, if y'all remember the This Day aria joke with the Deceptive Cadence, Authentic Cadence,
Yes.
Princess Cadence is the authentic cadence, so
Exactly.
it's still an authentic cadence. Now, which one of you played clarinet?
Me.
How far did you get?
How far?
Like
All the way
how?
down the keys.
I can see that clearly. Thank you. But how far did you go with it? How far did you take it with yourself?
You took it to New Jersey once, right?
Yeah, I joust with it. That's how
Some
I
people in our
fish.
band would literally throw their clarinets like javelins. That's not as funny as you
Yeah,
think
just
it
like,
is.
oh.
That's the only good use of a woodwind.
No, when you hit a
Ouch.
Sorry.
Shots fired.
Brassmaster race.
Were you
Sorry.
on the
Shots
Sax
fired
Brony show?
animation.
Were you on the
Saxophone is
episode?
good enough
was
to
on the
not be called a
saxophone, yeah.
woodwind. I know it is, but no, it's not.
It is so woodwind.
All right,
You're in
let's
denial.
get. All
It
right.
looks like brass.
How long did you said? How long I
How long
played?
did you play and how far did you take it? Because I actually play on Beale Street sometimes. I'm from Memphis, and I'll open my clarinet case and I'll play. And I'm the guy who said woo when you said you played the clarinet, because there's nothing more. I don't think you guys would make a good band, because I think y'all have too much independent talent and too much I want to go do this sporadicism, like making a song about guacamole, for instance, to really want to start a band. So I love just busting out in the middle of anywhere. In fact, I should have brought my clarinet. Then I wouldn't have room for Lyra, and then she'd kick me in the
Just bring it
shins.
tomorrow. We'll jam.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in Memphis, I'm gonna expect to hear some Benny Goodman out of
Yeah, I
you,
wanna
or
hear some
Artie
Bucky.
Shaw. Or
For how long
Artie Shaw played clarinet, right? Or did I mess it up?
For how long I played? I started in 3rd grade, and then I ended it at 10th because 11th grade I had to try out. I was going to try out culinary arts, and it was basically a technical center, and I basically got a 2-year degree from it.
See, I thought you were going to say you got
I thought it was good for getting you
no.
girlfriends.
The problem with it, I wanted to continue on with the clarinet, but I had to sacrifice half of my schedule.
See, I sacrificed the Memphis Youth Symphony Orchestra, and moving forward, just to do my high school band, and then moving forward, I sacrificed the Mighty Sound of the South so that I could keep my job, because what happened was, if I minored in music and stayed in the just the orchestra that they have at that university, everything would have been fine, but I didn't want to get a minor in music. I didn't want to take it any further than I had. I like my independent playing style, and I don't want to play in a band anymore. But I do love marching band, and I grew up in Memphis, so marching on that field was pretty awesome when I was in high school. But I couldn't take it to Mighty Sound of the South because the compensation was only $1,000. So instead, I took it to I deliver pizzas actually as compensation, because nothing starts till dinner rush at 5, so I can get all my work done.
I will say I still have my clarinet.
Don't ever get rid of it.
I never want. Well, the reason why I don't get rid of it is because my grandfather, before he passed away, he gave me. He bought this $600 wooden clarinet for me. And
I hate to do Infinite's job for him, but we're starting to run over.
Yeah,
So let's try and get these last couple of questions
and
out as
actually,
quickly as possible.
I was going to ask, events guys, because really this. Do we have time to answer 3 more questions?
Nope.
No.
How many?
It is 6:30.
So
we are at 6:30.
No, we're at 6:31.
Unlike a normal.
We're sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're
Thank
sorry.
you so much for coming out to this
We
panel.
can't run over like we usually do.
Yeah, normally we'll run
say the
over
closing
time,
prayer.
but we don't own this network.
Guys,
so.
quick plug.
gonna close this
We
with a
are
prayer
Elements
or a
of
drum
Harmony
circle or
on
something?
Canterlot Hill, so check us out Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. CanterlotHill.com. Thank you.
We love you. Thank you for coming. You know, if everyone who's here watched for like 2 months every Tuesday night, we could get a sponsorship. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get a sponsorship from Focusrite. Really.